Call this meeting of the CDC, Civic Development Corporation order. Roll call, Maria.
Okay, Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis.
Here.
Archie McKee is absent, Melissa Mills,
Here.
Nate Manette is absent, Clyde Rabidou is absent, Nick Russell.
Here. Accept the agenda. Any additions, deletions, removals? There being none, then we'll assume the votes in order to accept the agenda as written. All those in favor of doing so, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Ayes have it. Public comment. There being none, we'll move on to the approval of the previous meeting minutes, March 2024. God, been that long. Any additions, deletions, corrections to the meeting minutes of March 2024? There being none, we'll assume,
Melissa.
Oh, sorry.
okay, we'll assume that the motion is ready to be adopted. All those in favor of the previous meeting minutes, March 2024 being adopted, signify by saying aye.
We don't have a motion to bring it to the table, though.
Well, all right.
Nick, yours.
Nick.
I'll do that, yeah.
There's a motion by Nick, second by Sherry. All those in favor of approving the previous meeting minutes, March 20, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Approved, none. Okay, committee reports. Assuming there are none, we'll move on to the treasurer's report.
Nothing to really share.
Okay,
It's pretty dry.
yeah, it's understandable. Okay, treasurer's report, having been given, we'll accept the motion to approve the treasurer's report for the Civic Development Corp.
Sherry.
Nick,
Oh, Sherry, nice.
second,
Sherry.
Picking up the pace here.
all right.
Well, yes.
All in
we
favor of
are.
adopting, accepting the treasurer's report, please signify by saying aye. Old business, none. New business. 2025 budget discussion, already having done it previously, but we'll go ahead with you, Paul.
Okay, so just a couple things I want to point out. We don't really have any revenue other than the interest income, but we took in a large fee in 2023 that we have to bill. They gave us some upfront money, and then we have to bill them $750 a year for the next 20 years. So, but with accounting, I had to recognize the entire fee as income last year. So it sits as like earned revenue, and then I do a journal entry to reflect the money coming in once they pay it. That more or less shows up on the balance sheet. It doesn't really show up on the profit and loss or the budget that you're presented. The other thing I just want to point out real quickly is what I mentioned earlier about fund balance. And I just decided on this one, since it's straightforward and simple. If you look down at the bottom, I changed some of the wording a little bit from past, but you'll notice that the bottom line, the excess deficiency of revenue and capital are all zeros. And that's because on the just above it, capital contributions is comparable to what municipalities use as fund balance. And so basically, I'm showing that we're going to have a balanced budget because we're going to appropriate some of that fund balance. So we're contributing from our reserve cash those dollar amounts so that we have a balanced budget. So I figured I'd just show it here, just as a simple example of how that would work if we were going to do it on the other budgets in future years.
Very good. Thank you, Paul.
That's it.
Thank you. As we did in the previous two budgets, we'll need a motion to approve the adoption of the 2025 budget for the capital, or civic development court.
Well,
There.
Melissa.
Finance.
definitely your turn.
Mhm.
Well, she's doing what
Melissa,
Nate
Nat.
used to have to do. Keep it in the family. There being no discussion assumed. If there being none, we'll vote on whether or not to adopt the 2025 budget discussion. All those in budget, please signify by saying aye to adopt.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Therefore, 2025 budget for the CDC is adopted. Executive session, there being none, we'll move on to number 10, public comment. There being none, we'll adjourn or accept a motion to adjourn with the date of the next meeting being September 18, 2024.
I'll get that one.
Sherry.
Yep. Mhm. Brief book on the job.
Motion by Sherry, second by Nick and Melissa.
Mhm.
You're adjourned.